record. Okay, good evening, everybody. Thank you guys for hopping on our Monday night huddle. We are so excited to see your faces. Tonight, Megan is actually going to share with us how to do Instagram Reels. I am very excited about this. I've done a few, but I feel like I overcomplicate everything. And so she's going to break it down for us and make it super simple. So Megan.
Hey guys, happy Monday. All right, let me change my view here because I can't, I'm just looking at stuff. There we go, there's everybody. All right, yay. So I am by no means a professional at Instagram Reels. I just think that they're fun. I enjoy doing them. I think that it's just a lot of fun, and I am banned from TikTok because I'm military. So I am not able to do TikTok myself. So this is like TikTok for Instagram basically. And it was Instagram's way of saying, hey, TikTok is going crazy. There's so much going on. So we're going to do our own thing and call it Instagram Reels. They're basically short little 15 to 30-second video clips. You can add filters, you can add sound, your own sound, you can add music, you can add whatever songs you're wanting to find that's in the Instagram app. So what I want to do is I'm going to share my screen, and I'm really hoping that this, oh shoot, Stephanie, can you help me to share my screen? It says host disabled participant screen sharing.
Okay, so I'm just going to make you a host because maybe that will fix it. Let me make you a host. See if that works.
And I'm just going to basically do this as a super introductory crash course. I'm not going to do anything crazy or super fancy tonight. But I just want to show you guys, you know, kind of the ins and outs and some of the different options that you have to do things on here. So, all right, when you go to Instagram, and if I can get like a thumbs up or something so I can, you guys, cool. All right, thanks, Candace. All right, so when you're scrolling through Instagram, you're going to click on, and I don't think that you're going to be able to see where I'm touching, but it's the little, like the movie, the little click movie thing, like action little symbol in the middle here. And then that's where you're going to go to play your reels, and you're going to see all the different reels. It's kind of just the reel screen. So I've got it on mute right now, so hopefully you're not hearing that, all the audio and whatever, but you scroll through and you see something that you like. This is actually called a remix. So this is someone that is basically doing like a dual reel. You're taking the girl that's on the left with the hat, and you're basically trying to recreate hers, and it goes to her feed. It also goes to your feed. So it's actually a really good way to get extra exposure because you're seeing like their network as well as your own kind of thing. So if I like, and they're doing Mariah Carey Fantasy, because this is something that I want to try, and I'm going to save it for later. I'm going to click, mute this so you guys aren't hearing too much. I'm going to click the three dots at the very bottom, and then I'm going to click save. So that's going to save it to my saved page. And that way I can go back if I don't have the time to do it or recreate something or something along those lines. I can do that later on. The other thing that I can do is if I really like the song and I know that this song is going viral, then which you kind of want to continue doing songs, or, you know, if you hear like little comedy sketches kind of thing, you want to keep those active because they're already being shown more than like your own audio would. So I'm going to tap where that scrolling is at the bottom where it says Mariah Carey Fantasy, and it's just like a little ticker window at the bottom left. And then I can click Save Audio. The other thing that you can see is these are all of the different reels that are using this audio, and you can see there's 155,000, 49,000, 16,000, 2 million. So a lot of people are really using this song, and I know it's going to be a popular one to do right now, especially if I'm going to go through and do a remix. So I can save the audio, and then it'll say saved where it said saved audio before. Okay. So now if I want to go and I want to create a reel that's going to use this audio, or if I even want to remix it, I'm going back to my home page. and I'm going to swipe to the left, and that's where you're going to see your options to do posts or stories, reels. You can go live. This is kind of like your basic area on Instagram. This is so weird. I'm like looking in two different directions. So I'm going to go to reels, and I'm going to go to, audio. And it's going to come up with all of the popular songs. These are all of a lot of the trending songs here at the very top that you can hear, and you can kind of play through and see what works for your reel. If you're just doing something set to music, you've probably heard the same song 1,000,001 times, but that's why it's getting a lot of views. But I can go back to the saved, and that's at the top there. So I clicked save, and there's fantasy. That's the one I just saved. I'm actually going to do the second one down. It's an original audio, and you guys have probably heard this one before too.
Happy juice?
Happy juice.
Say it louder.
The happy juice.
Happy juice.
So happy
Candace
juice
loves it.
Happy juice.
Is this mama?
So I just touched the little play button on the far right to hear what it sounds like. And then if I actually just click on the
Happy
main
juice?
part,
Happy juice.
Say it
out
louder.
of that because it's going to be annoying. It's going to keep playing over and over. But that's basically where I pick my audio. If I want to do my own, or like if I want to add somebody else's audio that's already on there. Does that make sense? Okay, cool. All right, so I'm going to go back, and then I'm going to pick that again real quick.
Happy juice?
And
Happy
it's going to
juice.
say
Say it
like,
louder.
at the very
Happy
bottom,
juice.
that's
So
how
happy
long it
juice.
is. It's like a
Happy
10-second
juice.
clip.
Is this
I'm
mama's
just gonna
happy
click done,
juice?
and it says record up to 10 seconds. So that's how long of a reel that you're going to be doing with it. Now, the next step that I can do is I can add filters if I want. The filters, you're going to be looking at the effects, I guess they call it. And that's the little 3 stars up at the middle there. So when you click on the 3 stars, you have all of the different effects. These are the ones that I've saved for myself.
Happy juice?
And I do that all the time. Sorry, one.
Happy juice?
So you can scroll through and see what you have. You can also kind of scroll to the right, and you can find all of the different popular ones. There's sparkly stuff that you can add like as a filter. If I keep scrolling all the way over, there's a search, and then you can actually search and go through and see like, what have I saved on here? What is popular on Instagram? Like what are people using right now? So there's lots of different options for filters and for the effects, and you can get lost in this for so long. So find something that works for you. I mean, I just like the basic, like give me a little grainy color to my complexion. I like the, what's it called? Like see the little speckles. I like that kind of texture. It just kind of adds something to it. And then the other thing that I like to do personally is I like to set the timer because I want to have a countdown. I don't want it to just start. And like, if I'm going to try and mouth over somebody, I don't want to I want it to match up. I don't want it to be weird looking. So I'm going to hit the little timer here.
Happy juice?
And it's going to tell me
Say
that
it
the whole
louder.
video is 10.2
juice.
seconds.
So happy juice?
And I'm going to give
Happy
myself a 3-second
Is this
countdown.
mama's
You
happy
guys see
juice?
that the
Happy
3 F on the far right. So I'm going to
Happy
set
juice.
timer. And then when I go to hit play, I'm just hitting the camera in the middle. That's the same way that you would to do a story or something along those lines. And then we're going to do this real quick. All right. So 10 seconds. And I'm going to get my countdown. And I'm really bad at this. So
Happy juice?
Happy juice.
Say it louder.
Happy juice.
So happy juice?
Happy juice.
Is this mama's happy juice?
Happy juice.
Happy juice?
all right. And then it's going to play me over
Say
and
it
over and
louder.
over again.
Happy juice.
So happy juice?
Happy juice.
Is this mama's happy juice?
Happy
All right.
juice.
Well, y'all got to hear this in the background and hear me.
Happy
scream
juice?
it 1,000,001
Happy
times.
juice.
Say it
Now, if I
louder.
want to say
Happy
like,
juice.
mama's happy juice, and you're holding like the greens, or you're holding the energy drink or something, and you've got that sitting next to you. That's kind of like where I would be going with something like this. So I'm going to, do my text. You can change it to however you want to do it. Change the color, just like you would for a story.
So happy
But now, if
juice.
I want
Happy
to
juice.
change,
Is this
and I
mama's
don't want
happy
this to say
juice?
Mama's happy
Happy
juice for the entire reel, Then I'm
Happy
gonna click
juice?
mama at the
Happy
bottom where it's
Say it
showing
louder.
this entire
Happy juice.
So happy
entire
juice.
swath.
Happy
And I'm gonna pick
Is this mama's happy juice?
all right, and I'm gonna slide this over so it's only doing it for like the first couple minutes.
Say it
couple
louder.
seconds.
Happy juice.
So happy.
And you can line it up. You can
Happy
play with it.
juice.
So
You
happy
can kind of scroll it over and get it to line
Happy
up
juice.
with something if that makes sense.
Louder.
Now, if I want to
Happy
add
juice. So happy
another
juice.
text, I'm going to say, love my greens. And then just click done.
Juice.
Now, you can see that the Mama's Happy Juice is kind of grayed out because it's not actually on there right now. Like it's not playing it currently. But the Love My Greens is going to be
Is
on
this
the
mama's
entire
happy
time.
juice?
So if I tap on Love My Greens, you can see the whole, like the
Happy juice?
start and the
Happy
stop time
juice.
for it.
Say it louder.
I want to get it so that way the Monate part or the Mama's, what was it called? Mama's Happy Juice. See when it disappears? Then I can just kind of do it right at that
Louder.
merge point.
Happy juice.
So
And
happy
that way
juice.
it's going
Happy
to
Is this mama's happy juice?
like not override each other. Sorry, this music is driving me nuts.
Happy juice?
Happy
All right,
juice.
Say it
Get
louder.
out of here.
Happy
All right, so
juice.
So
once you have
happy
everything the
juice.
way that you want it,
Juice.
then I
Is
can
this
click
mama's
share
happy?
to. You can get your caption. This is where you're going to do all of your hashtags and all that kind of stuff. I can also go to the cover and I can make it so it's not like a weird, or make it a weird photo so that way it gets more attention, whatever you prefer. You know, something that you're not looking totally awkward, but you just kind of play with that and wherever you want to put it, basically.
You can also pick
So-
a picture at the bottom right there. If you go
Yeah,
back.
that's true. And actually that works really well. So I can also do something that's like, all right, there's my greens because I did my greens from earlier tonight. So I can add that from my camera roll and that can be my cover image. It's always been really annoying to me. And I just figured this one out like a couple weeks ago anyway. But like you see a picture of someone and you're like, oh, they're in a ball gown. What are they doing? And then it has nothing to do with them being in a ball gown. This is kind of how they're doing that. So then you click done. You're going to write all of your captions, your tags. Like if you're tagging somebody else, tagging Monate, you know, you want this, kind of want it to go wide. So you want to make sure that you're using all of your hashtags available. You have 30 of them, I believe, to use. And you want to also make sure that you're using tags. So if you've got a partner that you're doing this with, someone else, if you're remixing it, you know, tag the person that you're doing it with. And then you also want to save it. You want to share it to your story first off. So I usually share to my story and then I'm going to click save as draft if I don't want to post it right now. Like if I want to wait and post it, because typically, I mean, I don't know if you guys are like me, but I get on a reel binge and I do like 4 or 5 reels, but I'm always wearing the same shirt. So I feel like if I post, and I want to post them all the time because I get so excited about doing it, but I don't want to have like 4 posts of me in the same shirt for the same day. So you want to kind of break that up and let that kind of mellow out a little ways. So you can always save it as a draft and it will go down into your account down at the bottom right. So that's kind of where I'm going with the reels. If I want to, let's see, sorry, hitting the wrong button here. I think that one's already remixed. Okay, so if I want to remix it and I want to do somebody else's reel and like do the dual thing, then I'm just clicking the remix this reel and I'm going to show up next to them. I can still add the timer. I can still add my effects. I can still add text. I can still do all of the things that I did before, but I also have a split screen where I'm seeing the person who just did the reel before. And so that way I can kind of do it together. So like I've got one that I'm really wanting to do. I need to pound some caffeine one morning before I have this baby. And I want to do like a Sean T remix that he's got going on. He's got like this new dance workout thing that I want to like do with him or something. So we'll see if
Hey,
that
Megan,
happens.
can you show them how when you set the timer, you can actually break it into segments by bringing the right side of the timer over?
Yeah. So when you go to timer, you can kind of break it down. That way you're going to be able to set the timer and kind of do that one at a time. And then that way, if you've got more than one thing that you're doing, like for your reels, like if you have to do like a quick outfit change or something along those lines, then you can do that in that little section. And then you have your sections on where you can kind of do that. Do I have any questions on here so far? I can only see a couple people, so.
One other tip when you do break it down into segments is if you applied an effect to the first one, you want to make sure you click the 3 stars every single time. It'll go back to whichever one you just had, but you have to click it each time.
And that's super annoying too. And that's like one of those quirkiness things that you kind of have to deal with and kind of play around with. I mean, Instagram Reels, like you can go on YouTube, you can go and Google, like you can totally Google all of this and figure it out too. I just wanted to kind of break things down as a very simple, like crash course into Reels. If I am doing something with this person and I mess up, oh, I don't like that. I'm going to click the back arrow next to the like the record button. And then that's where I can trim it if I need to. So I can trim it down forward or backwards. Or I can just go back and delete it completely. And I've had to do that 1,000,001 times because I always hit the start button before I'm ready to. So anybody have any questions for me?
You guys have any questions? That was great, Megan. I think because like you did it so simple, and I think the simpler it is, the easier it is to follow. And so I took lots of notes, and then the happy juice, I'm totally stealing that idea from you, but with the energy. I'm like, that's genius. I've seen so many people do that, but they do it with wine.
Yeah.
And I never thought to do it with greens or collagen or energy. Duh.
Candace did one. So if you go to Candace's Instagram page, you can save the audio from her, or I don't know if I can share the audio or how I would do that, but if you can find the
You
happy
can
juice
just go to
video.
mine and get it. It should, when you're watching the reel, it's on there and you can click save. But
Yep.
Jen has a good question, Megan, that you might be able to demonstrate. She
What's
said,
that?
she thinks it's a matter of practice, but can you review or delete if you're not happy? So can you maybe do one and then show where you would click to review it and delete it if you're not happy with it?
Yeah. All right, let me share my screen again. Oh, my kid's avoiding bedtime. All right. Okay, so like this one, like I was saying before, and Jasmine, if this is not the way that sorry, I'm trying to find the chat at the same time, but it's not letting me see chat anymore. So if I'm trying to do a reel and I do my thing and do all the things I'm doing, and then I don't like it, then what I'm going to do to go back and delete that is I'm going to click the back left arrow. That's where I get to watch it again. And I get to
How the fuck?
and if I don't like it, then I'm going to delete it. And I just hit the little delete button and hit discard. And then I can start it over. Did I answer that question?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, cool. Anybody else have questions? I can't see the chat right now for some reason.
I was just gonna say you can record stuff like on your iPad or whatever, and then import it in. So if you want to do your retakes under your like photos video app, you can do that. And then when you feel comfortable with it, you can import it in and then add all of your text and stuff to that.
Yeah, I didn't mention that just because I didn't want to go into crazy detail and like make things super complicated, because it can get really complicated that way sometimes.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a really good way, is using your own like video editor. I like InShot. There's Perfect Video. That's another good one. And if you're going to import your video, then you would just click the bottom left. See where my little face is at the very bottom, and it's going to give me pictures that I can add. Sorry, y'all looking at my crazy dog. But you can add your pictures that way, and then I can change it for the time, add that, and then I can go and I can add another picture, and then kind of change the timeline. So that way, when I go to it, it's going to like or you can add your video that way too. But yeah, that's a great point.
Can I add something?
Yeah.
If you do your reel from or inside Instagram and you've used their audio and you go to save it, because like maybe you're not done with it, maybe you want to go to InShot and tweak it, you will lose your audio.
Correct.
So just so you know, so I don't know. I've kind of played around with it and I've had some go through and others not. So I don't know exactly what Kim's doing technology wise, but sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't.
If you think that you're going to be doing like major editing, then I definitely recommend that you go through like a video editor on your phone separately, and you just record it on your camera first, and then you can go through and import it like I just showed you guys. That's probably going to be the easiest way. And I mean, the only problem with that is if you're using somebody else's audio, like if you're doing the Happy Juice, you're not going to be able to sync that up in InShot and then bring it back over. So that's the only negative side of doing that. I mean, if you're
Going that route is a good way to go if you're doing like a picture montage or a video montage that you're just putting music over and you're not talking to. But I would say if you're doing the voice ones, it's easier to do it inside of Instagram.
Correct, Candace.
No more questions?
Megan?
Yeah.
How'd you get that split screen again?
For the remix,
Yeah.
you click the 3 dots at the bottom right on Instagram, and then you'll click, like if it's something that you haven't saved, and then you'll say, it says remix this reel. So you've got like the heart, the comment, the share, the little arrow symbol, and then below that is like 3 dots, and then that's where you would click that, and then it says remix this reel.
Okay. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. This was great. Like I said, I took lots of notes, and y'all are going to see me do a reel tomorrow with my energy. And you guys, don't let this overwhelm you. If reels don't make you happy or bring you joy and you don't want to do them, don't do them. It's not a requirement. It's not something that you have to do. It's something that should be fun. And if you find yourself like, oh my gosh, I'm overwhelmed by this or whatever, don't feel like you have to do it. It's just an additional tool to be able to use on social media. And something that I do, I've only ever made 3, and they were like originals, I guess. I don't know what you call them. That they weren't like, I didn't save somebody's audio or whatever. But if you think that it's something that you want to do, find somebody that you mesh with that is really kind of your target market, somebody that does reels all the time, somebody that you can relate to and that you think your audience would relate to, and then follow them and save those. I see so many, every single reel that I've ever seen, I'd say 90% of the reels that I see are recreations. Mm-hmm. It's not original content. It's not something that somebody has come up with on their own. They see something, they see a Candace doing a reel and they're like, oh my gosh, that's so cool. I'm going to do that. They save the audio and they do what she does and then put their own little touch on it. You know, their own little personality, their own words, their own clothes or whatever, you know, just like the Mommy Juice one, or was it Mommy Juice? Just
Happy
juice. Happy Juice. Yeah. Every one I've ever seen is wine. It's never been, I never thought about the energy or any, you know, the green.
I have to give credit. It was Kim Shoemaker. I saw her do that and I was like, oh my gosh, yes.
Yeah, it's genius. I love it. I'm excited about it. So thank you so much, Megan. This was amazing. And I can't wait to, who's going to try a reel? I want to know. Raise your hand. Yay. I can't wait to see y'all. Y'all post it and let us know so we can go love on it and copy it and steal it. That's the beauty of it. You're not really stealing it because you're putting your own spin on it and your own personality.
Yeah.
So.
Sharing.
Yes. So if you
Amy
guys...
Sloan has got some really awesome ones. Like hers are hilarious. Christina Smallwood is really good at them. There's a lot of ones that you can do like a hat trick where and this is where you would do it in like InShot, where you're kind of doing the changing your hair or changing your clothes or throwing a clothes on you. And then you're going to pause it mid clip and then kind of go back. But that's a lot more complicated. Bye, Tammy. And it's, you know, just keep it simple for now. Have fun with it and just do something that's really easy for you. You know, if it's just doing a video slideshow of pictures of you and all of your hair changes, you can just do that and then just set it to music, find one of the trending music songs that are out there and then just put your text in there. And then you just basically have your own you made your own reel. Like you did that on, bless you, Courtney. You did that all on your own. So, I mean,
And
just keep
using
it-
the
keep it
trending
simple.
music will help you too to get into other people's feed quicker. So if you are going to
Yeah.
do something like that, you do want to just find the trending music, which is already there when you click add music.
Yeah. And did you guys tell them that when you use the audios, all the audios are lumped back into where you saw those lists of audios? So it collects all in there. So people will see them and they'll pick the one that they like, and then they might copy you. And then if they tag you, then that just builds that algorithm again. So it pushes you to the top of their feed. Because I've gotten Megan's come up on my feed before, Candace. It
Cool.
was long before I saw them. Like I hadn't seen them and they popped up in somebody else. I can't remember who it was. So anyway, I think it was Jessica Burr. Jessica Burr is hilarious. She's a natural. So
I'll have to go follow her. Check it out.
Yeah, she's under Candace. She's one of our teammates. She's been doing a
slaying
really
them.
good job.
I think she
Yeah.
does a little bit different too, though. So I think some of her sounds are original, but she records them in TikTok. And I think there it'll give you the sound and then she imports it. And then when you are the original sound, that also helps as well.
If you have a song that you like, but you like a different segment in that song, like will it still show up in the same algorithm, but you can pick like different words? Like if there's a different part of it that you
If you're just
wanna
picking the
do.
song, it's just you can pick whatever part of the song you want. If you're,
Right. But if you're saving the audio, you're doing a
if it's
specific
an audio that was created by somebody else, then it'll be linked to.
Mhm.
Yeah, if you're just picking the song, you can do it just like you would your story and like kind of cut out that
Yeah.
one little section for it.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much, Megan. You guys have a wonderful evening, and I hope to see y'all's reels tomorrow. Bye.
See y'all next week with the baby.
Yes, we'll be praying for you.
Thank you.
Good night.
Bye.